guys, welcome back. We just got done with bile and we're going to finish up the whole duodenum with video number 5, and this is going to be the pancreatic contribution to that. Remember, you have your pancreas. Your pancreas is going to be located about here in your body, and down that little white duct is going to go 5 different secretions that you have to know for your test. They're going to help you once it gets into, it gets into the duodenum. So it's going to come this way, it's going to enter the duodenum, which is the first section of the small intestines. Remember, the small intestines has 3 sections. They're called in order: the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. Okay, the jejunum and the ileum, they're all about absorption. They're trying to absorb as much as possible. Duodenum, though, I consider it a really good blender, like a chemical blender that's really good. I have a blender called the Ninja blender, and then my grandmother had an old blender where you push the button in and things got stuck, and it didn't do a good job. So think about the grandmother's blender is less like the chemical blender in the stomach, but the pancreas and the duodenum, that's like the Ninja blender. Chemically, we are going to destroy stuff here. It's crazy what happens in the duodenum. Lots and lots of incredible things happen here. Let's look at what's secreted by the pancreas into the duodenum, and yes, you're going to have to know all of these things. So I'm going to call these things the pancreatic 5. Remember, we had the gastric 5, the 5 things that the stomach secretes. Now we also have the pancreatic 5, 5 things the pancreas secretes. I want you to know what the secretion is. And know that it's a secretion and not an excretion, because if it has a biological function, it is secreted. If it's a waste product, it is excreted. But we have 5 secretions here, and we have to know the purpose of those things, or the function of those things. So let's go to the first one. This is going to be pretty easy, I think. This is going to be called pancreatic lipase. Pancreatic lipase. Notice that this word here, ACE, enzyme, it's an enzyme, and it's going to work on lipids. So it's going to work on fats. Now there's a little bit of fat splitters in the stomach, but it's a very small amount. Most of them happen right here in the duodenum, and it helps out to have this pancreatic lipase. Pancreatic lipase is going to split. It's going to split your lipids or your fats up. It's going to split them into monoglycerides, triglycerides, things like that. You're also going to have pancreatic amylase. Now remember, we had amylase before, and that was salivary amylase. But now the pancreas is going to take those sugars that have been split, some of them are split into disaccharides from starches, like long chains of carbohydrates are going to be split to disaccharides. But now you're going to take the disaccharides and you're going to split them into simpler sugars, simple sugars, the most simple sugars you can get. And some of them still are disaccharides, but most of them are monosaccharides. All right, so we're talking about things like fructose, glucose, dextrose, galactose, sucrose, all those oses, those sugars, those oses. You're going to have amylase, pancreatic amylase, come in and split those things up. And they're going to be, obviously, they're going to be an energy source for you. So you're going to have pancreatic amylase. And it's going to split sugars into, like the simple sugars. A lot of monosaccharides there. A lot of things that are very, very simple sugars. They end in ose. So I'm going to put right here, O-S-E. All oses is what we're going for here. Now, we have this thing called trypsinogen. Now, if you're really good at this stuff, you might remember we had pepsinogen in the stomach, and it ended in this word gen, which means beginning, the beginning of something. And remember, pepsinogen didn't do anything because you didn't want to dissolve the wall of the stomach. You wanted to get it out in the lumen and then convert it and then dissolve the proteins that you ate, not your proteins, which are you. Well, this is the same thing. Now, on the test, it has several protein splitters. All you have to be concerned about is the trypsinogen and trypsin 1. Now, the other ones will not be on this test. Trypsinogen and trypsin. Now, trypsinogen, as you can imagine, does nothing. because your pancreas is a protein too, and you don't want to secrete a protein splitter in an active form, or else you'll dissolve the part of your body that you need. So you got to get it to a certain place and then activate it. All of you should be able to tell me what trypsinogen is going to turn to. The trypsinogen is going to turn to trypsin. Just like pepsinogen turned to pepsin in the presence of acids, trypsinogen is going to turn to trypsin in the presence of something else. It's going to be in the small intestines, in the duodenum. We'll get to that later. But trypsin is going to split. It's going to split up whatever proteins that you have. Remember, we broke them down a little bit before into polypeptides, but now it's going to split polypeptides into super small proteins. And proteins are hugely diverse. There's a whole bunch of different proteins. But some of you who probably exercise, you take protein shakes, you probably know what it splits it into, because it actually says this on the bottle of a protein shake. It says branched chain amino acids. It's going to split your polypeptides into, I hope you can read this, I'm having trouble writing upside down almost, amino acids. It's going to split polypeptides into amino acids, and they're going to be super small specific proteins designed to be adapted to your body somewhere. All right, so far we have these of the pancreatic 5. Now, the last of the pancreatic 5 that I want you to know is not really a pancreatic secretion. It's called enterokinase. There's that word right there that means enzyme. This is actually not from the pancreas. It's actually secreted by the walls of the duodenum. And enterokinase turns trypsinogen to trypsin. All right, makes trypsinogen get converted to trypsin once it hits the duodenum, where it's strong, or you're designed for that. You don't want it to happen inside the pancreas. So it converts. Oh, it's going to be bad. I can't fit my hand in there. Converts trypsinogen. Oh boy, that's sloppy. I cannot write there. Trypsinogen to trypsin. Way out there in the duodenum, where you can handle some punishment, because you do not want to do it in your pancreas, because you want your pancreas, right? You want to keep it? I hope so. All right. So these are the pancreatic 5. These are the pancreatic 5. There's a little bit of base also to neutralize chyme in the duodenum, but this is going to be called your pancreatic 5 that I want you to remember as far as things associated with the pancreas. All right, I'm hoping this makes sense. Duodenum is super active, super awesome. It's only about like 8 inches long or so. The rest of the small intestines is hugely long. But we're now going to sign out of this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I know you guys are missing school. No, I know it. I drove past Maryville High School the other day. I saw like 6 of you down there like looking in the windows at Maryville High School, and you want to come back. I know that. I want to come back too, but we're just going to have to be safe with this, and we're going to have to hang on. So, signing out. Y'all have a wonderful day.